Alright guys, this is Jason with Brave Reviews or thebravereviews.com, and our friends at Accordance Bible Software have allowed us to provide a summary review of their Essentials collection, and I want to just take a few minutes, this will be short, and walk through the Accordance Bible Software interface from launch. So I'll let you know real quick that I am running a MacBook Pro. Accordance Bible Software runs on Mac at the time and not Windows, but they're opening up a Windows line soon. I've boosted the memory to 16 gigabytes, and I am running Mountain Lion right now. So real quick, I'll let you know that this is the toolbar that I mentioned at the top here. So Toolbar used to float around, but now they've integrated it within the Workspaces and made it much easier and much more accessible, much easier to work with. So the toolbar at launch will look like this actually. So set the default. The far left is new. Go ahead and open up any resources that you need open. So new window resource. If I want to go ahead and open up the NIV alongside my ESV right here, and boom, opens it up in a new tab, and I can set them side by side or quickly open up a parallel, and just like that I'll have the two running alongside one another, and they go ahead and sync with one another if you do it that way. Secondly is a library. Library isn't just floating around anymore, and it's not a bunch of random letters any longer like it has been in the past. The library now has pictures associated with the different resources that you have in your library, and it can be organized by the bottom different tabs here: text, tools, background resources if you want to pop open your atlas or your timeline, my own stuff, so my notes and tools and workspaces that are saved as you begin to build your library, or show all or recently opened. You can hide the library, get it out of the way once you've opened up your different resources that you're working with. Next is daily reading, so pop open your morning devotional, morning or evening devo, and read alongside the default passage or the default translation that you have set. The fourth across the toolbar, the default toolbar, is Instant Details. Instant Details is not floating any longer. Nothing is floating any longer. It all opens up in the same workspace, unless you ask it to float by itself, which is still an option for those of you who like to open it in its own separate window and maybe throw it on a different monitor while you're working in your Accordance library. So it's no longer floating around randomly, and it can be alongside the bottom, or if you click this option here, you can switch to vertical orientation and have it along the right side. Vertical detail or Instant Details unpacks words or footnotes or bibliographic material on whatever you're reading, and as I scroll across, you'll notice that Instant Details will bring up the Hebrew behind it, along with one of your well-respected dictionaries. Lets you get an inside look of the Hebrew behind it all, or the Greek if you're working in the NT. So I can go ahead and hide the Instant Details. Highlights and user notes are both tools for you to gather and organize notes as you're doing your research. User tools, along with user tools, and language is a quick tab to, I think the most useful form of it is what is comparable to a interlinear Bible. So you click language and parsing or diagram, and it'll bring up this here on the right. So in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Elohim bara Shemayim Eretz. So my Hebrew is a little rough, but that's okay. So it'll bring up the Hebrew behind it all, and it'll help you parse. Or you can open up interlinears with a lot of different translations and unpack the language behind it all, right? You can gloss it too. show the gloss, or just hide that interlinear. So I don't want to take up too much time, but I do want to show you this last piece. Amplify will allow you to just open up your whatever resource that you'd like straight to that word. So here's Earth, or if you have the BDB, the BDB will bring up arits, straight to arits, which is the interlinear behind it. So that's a quick way to bring up some well-respected resources, is Amplify. Accordance has also allowed you to triple click on a word and bring up the dictionary of choice. So here's Strong's numbers, according to Strong number. And then the last two pieces, Workspaces, help, default, and customized workspaces. If you need help, it'll take you online and help you answer questions, and then the option to search all. So if you want to search your entire library for any specific word or subject, or if you just would like to search texts or tools, or even your graphic tools are searchable. So what about your Bible dictionaries? So Holman Dictionary or Bible Art for the word love. Real quick, this toolbar is not only can you hide it and show it again, but it's also customizable. So you can drag and drop any pieces that you'd like. I like to have update up here, and I really prefer my search bar over here. So it shows you real quick a rundown. I don't think we're past, well, we might be right over 7 minutes. Quick rundown of the interface of Accordance Bible software. Thanks for watching. A lot more to come in the weeks ahead.